So my best friend Cody, he's like I've known him since 5th grade, and since middle school he moved up to Grand Rapids. Every once in a while he comes back down, jazz. There's one day he like a lot of his friends were getting some really hardcore drugs up there, like heroin and shit, and he didn't want any part of that, so he moves down here in the cities area, and he lives with his aunts, right? And he finds a decent job that he enjoys. So he's got a good thing going here, right? Up until shit done hit the fan. So his aunts, cause he's never known a steady parental figure in his life, right? Until he starts living with his aunt, cause he just, I guess like he's tried the roommate thing before, but that didn't work either. I never really heard the story behind that. Maybe I should have in retrospect, but now, so the aunt thing, his aunt kicked him out twice, and it sounds like for some pretty simple, easily preventable situations for that. The first time, he got kicked out because he couldn't register for college courses. And on both occasions, who helps him out? Who prevents him from being homeless? Me. You'll see that, and I'm the only one who gave a fuck about him for the last two and a half. Actually, it's been longer now because we'll get to that in a bit. So it's been more like 4 months. Okay, so he gets kicked out of his aunt's house because he couldn't register for college courses, and he crashed at my place. I was still living with my mom at the time. Crashed at my mom's place for about a week, and my mom and I, we easily help him with the college course thing, even though he claims like they were all full and all this bullshit. It's just constant excuse making, and you'll see that a lot more once we get deeper into this big story I've written here on my computer as to what happens. It's like a chronological timeline as to the downward spiral. And as you can see, like, it was all his fucking choice. I tried to help as much as I fucking could, and he didn't want that, apparently. Help him with the college thing, works everything out with his aunt, moves back into his aunt's place. He does get kicked out again, but this time it's like a month prior to like when he's scheduled to like move out, because he must just pushed his aunt's buttons one time too many. And so we'll get to that. And then he stays with my mom and I for a month this time. And man, it gets even worse, because like we only set up 2 ground rules, neither of which he can follow. I mean, the first one, we really had to fucking push for him. It was just simply, you just need a shower, because like that's always been a problem with you, apparently. And he would actually argue against showering. Who the fuck does that? There are probably homeless people I can like, hey, you want to take a shower? That they wouldn't hesitate at all. But this motherfucker, that was a problem, apparently. I mean, it just roots into like he just doesn't like being told what to do, despite the fact that like he wishes his parents cared more about him. So you got this like weird paradigm or a paradox, whatever you want to call it, of like, oh, I want someone to love me, but I don't want them to tell me what to do. Well, that's kind of what parents do, you know? So he never really had that. So now we're on the second kick out of the aunt's place. Now he's staying with my mom and I again. We got these 2 ground rules set up. He eventually does shower, but after long, exhausting, unnecessary exchanges of like, why you should shower, you'll feel a lot better, all this shit. But then the other one is a lot bigger one that he just absolutely couldn't follow, and that was like, we just needed to know where he was. Like, on the, we'll get back to that in a sec. So, he's crashing here with us for a month. I did not want a room with him, but like, I didn't really have anyone else to room with, and we basically wanted him to like find his own place or whatever, but you just, once again, all these fucking excuses, like, what do you say here? I gotta check my notes here. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, here's what he said. So, like, we gave him, like, a week time frame to look for a new place because we were fucking sick of him already. All of his, like, I don't need to tell you where I am. I'm an adult. And then, like, 2 months later, he's just, like, he acts like a fucking victim, and he's, like, living on the streets and stuff. Does anybody have a couch I could crash on? But anyway, I'm all over the place here. I've lost my mind the last 4 fucking months of trying to, like, fix my best friend of 15 years. It's getting more intense. I'm sweating. I'm angry. I have both ACs running on in this apartment. It's hot as fuck in here. We give him a week time span to look for a place. And more excuses, like, we ask him like 5 fucking times, why can't you find a place? None of the places ever call back. Did he ever actually go to any of the leasing offices? Nope. Mom and I, we found this wonderful place here at Christofferson Properties. And easily not a problem. In fact, when we first found this place, it was in the process of being remodeled, so we really got lucky here finding this place here. Just walk in the leasing office, bam! This beautiful apartment here that now I have to move into a one apartment because I have Cody Keene as my roommate here. Yeah, we find this place. You know, he should have just really... I got the impression like he didn't want this, but I guess apparently he did. He should have just told me to begin with. This is apparently isn't what he wants, but I trusted him anyway. So it's the eve of a lease signing day, and there's that disobeying of the second rule to stay with us. He's not telling me where he is. It's like, tomorrow we sign the lease, nowhere to be found. Like, where the fuck are you, man? And we find out, instead of like planning out to move into this, or sign the lease and move into this new place, he's actually helping his other friend move. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? That should have been like the big red flags. Like, okay, what I should have said here is, alright, it's either you want to sign this lease with me and like commit to this, or get the fuck out, go find your own way, because I'm not gonna have like you just being this straight up hypocrite, and you'll see it more and more again. But I don't even know if I could believe him, but the actual reason was apparently this friend he was helping moving at the time, they were going through a breakup and there's like domestic violence involved, and he was the big superhero preventing that at the time. So that was why he couldn't fucking sign the lease here. But I don't know. I still don't even really believe that story. You never really actually proved it. I don't know. But okay, moving on. So now we actually move into this beautiful apartment here, and things escalate even further. I'm just checking in my notes here. You'll have to pardon me. Sounds fanciful, yes. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention this. So he was starting to think like, I can't financially cover this here, even though he's got a steady job at the time with his being the employee at this organic grocery store. I think it was at least $15 an hour or something. But once again, Mom helping him out. We find out he can easily take care of the take care of the bills here, and still have few $100s worth of extra spending money, and so we convince him to keep going here. So moving in. So yes, alright, so since Cody already has this horrible reputation of being irresponsible as fuck, we thought it'd be his aunts, my mom, and we all think it's in the best interest of this predicament that Cody be the one to take care of the Wi-Fi. He pay for the Wi-Fi. And there's just more excuses of setting that up too, but I think they were legitimate because Xfinity sucks or whatever, but ever since the whole, like, bailing on the lease signing process, like, my trust with him is at an all-time low here, and just got more heated and heated. So moving on here, even the Wi-Fi, there was trouble with that. Let's see, and we got into this big fight. It was more of an arguing fight. I got a little physical, but then, like, after that, he, like, drunkenly threatened me with a taser, so, just got really heated from there. Yeah, so, there's that, and ever since that occurred, like, he just is, like, second to last week of May, he just fucking disappears, like, or, I mean, like, there's a little, like, he just said, I'm gonna go to a friend's house, and I thought it was just for the night or whatever. A week goes by, okay, whatever, and then a week turns into 2 weeks, and then, like, okay, are you ever coming back? Just fucking disappears. And we basically, I think, like, he basically wanted to get out of it, but without, like, agreeing to get off of the lease. That's what he should have done. But instead of doing that, now he owes me all this rent money. So he disappears for a solid month, it eventually turns out to be. He just goes like, he turns into, like, this nomadic gypsy, basically, for, like, the month he's gone. Like, I guess he stays at a friend's house for a little while, and then, just, like, wanders around, like, to, like, fucking, these concert venues and stuff. I don't really know what he did. But, like, okay, rent June 3rd, that's the absolute last date. That he could have been, yeah, I don't doubt that, Aaron. He could have actually resorted to drugs in that time. Like, the time he was gone, like, I never got, like, an explanation as to why he did this. I think it was just, like, the easier way out instead of, like, agreeing to get off the lease. But I guess he forgot, like, apparently he did forget to, or he forgot he actually signed a lease. And if you don't know how that works, like, you're still accountable for, you're still accountable to pay the rent when you're still on the lease, and I don't think he actually knew that. So there was that. So, like, after, like, 3 weeks of him being gone or whatever, my mom finally, like, he's just a total fucking, I'm just rambling incoherently now. You have to forgive me for that. Like, the very day of the lease signing, yes, Coward Deluxe, should have told me, alright, you either commit to this or find a different fucking place to stay. But, because, like, I'm just too good of a friend, I didn't want him to be homeless, because it really sounded like I was really the only one who really gave a fuck about him. I just went with it, but I really, big mistake number one in retrospect now. But yeah, so, yeah, he couldn't cover rent. I swear, this is what he literally told me in text. He said, I swear on my scrotum and duodenum, I will pay you back. 2 months, so now fast forward to we're now mid-July, I still, no payment whatsoever. So, that meant jack shit, apparently. So I'm gonna sell your stuff, motherfucker. If you don't, I mean, you kinda, stuff's right here behind, behind where I'm recording right now. I mean, it's just doing whatever he can to avoid any sort of work, because he also did this. It's another scumfuck move he did. So he disappears for a month and a half, and just about, like, last week, I come in and out of my apartment because I just fucking hate this guy with every ounce of my being with all the shit he's pulled. So I don't want to, like, come back here and be reminded of the big piece of shit he is. First, he couldn't pay rent, and since he refuses to get a job, he apparently claims he had, like, some sort of $25 an hour IT job, But apparently he told me he got ripped off on that or something. He should have just worked at fucking McDonald's if that's what it meant, or fucking a gas station. I don't care. I mean, he could... That whole month and a half he was gone, he could have just gotten a shit job and still made a bunch of money. But nope, I'm just going to avoid all work under any circumstance necessary. And he's registered on food stamps, from what I heard. But, I keep getting distracted. So yeah, month and a half he's gone. Last week, I found him here. Like, no explanation. He doesn't even tell me he comes here. After, like, sleeping on concrete for, like, a day. Or that's what he told me, anyway. And he's here using the AC, which he can't even afford. Like, the audacity to come back here after all the bullshit he's pulled. I mean, I don't know if I could have gotten him arrested, but, like, there should be a law. If you can't afford rent and you come back to the place you can't afford rent to, I should be able to call the cops and get him the fuck out of here. That's what I should have done. That's what my buddy Noah, who knows a number of lawyers, and he has a friend who actually went through this same process I went through. That's what I should have fucking done. But once again, like, I don't know, what should I do? What in good consciousness should I do here? I mean, I just let him know he could... I just gave him a warning, like, you either get a job or get the fuck out. And basically he chose the get the fuck out option. And once again, he formulates this, like, very vague travel plan to Michigan. That's where he is now. He's in Marquette, Michigan. Or last I heard, anyway. But luckily, my mom and I caught him right before doing this, and we gave him a strong series of lectures, like, what the fuck were you thinking? Fuck you for doing X, Y, and Z, right? So we do that right before he moves the fuck to Marquette, Michigan. That's where he presumably is, but I don't know. Now his phone doesn't work. He can't even afford that or to keep it active. That's pretty much it, I guess. Trying to boil it down to a nutshell. If you have any questions, ask them now. But I just wanted to give the public, like, a rough idea as to what bullshit I've been going through here. It's been insane. And once again, I'm gonna run away from any responsibility I owe. Go to fucking Michigan because I don't feel appreciated here. Well, you would if you fucking paid rent, motherfucker. You owe me a lot of fucking rent because you couldn't get off the fucking lease. I don't even think I'm done with him. Like, I'm going to make fucking sure he pays me that money because he's just gonna keep doing this to people until someone puts a fucking stop to it. That's what I've been dealing with. Just getting it out there. Starting in a new single bedroom across the hall in this same complex, which is very nice.